Welcome to a special work till midnight special, perhaps after midnight special with yours truly, Adrian H. Dragonborn just finished more than 3 hours marching in Hawk Island, Montreal. Now back to headquarters, 10:45 EST PM in Hawk Island. Yours truly, myself a cup of coffee, 3 bagels, warming up, heating the salad. My mayo and tuna salad is ready to go. This is going to be a Special Trinity mind, body, and spirit session. Perhaps till midnight, which is 77 minutes to midnight. Holy Sacred Divine number. Perhaps after midnight, we're going to do some more. We're going to continue it, depending on how I feel. If not, first and foremost, want to bless all those willingly loving to be my allies and armies. Yours truly, Adrian, Dragan. Kisses, hugs, rubs, washes, massages, kisses. Encourage all hygiene, get vaccinated, get tested. Yours truly twice vaccinated in the forehead of the goddesses. I got a goddess, yes, I said Goddess, tattoo on my left arm, and I'm willing to get the third jab. I'm feeling a bit better. I've been sick for a few days, COVID-like symptoms, so I don't know, I was a bit paranoid. I self-isolated for a bit, although I went out for essentials and stayed out while working out while this marching from civilians and from people as much as possible. I've of course washed my hands if I went into the bank or to get essential groceries and hygiene products, which is the only purchases that I did this week. Essentials, and I took advantage of the specials and open for business. I'm feeling a bit better, a bit better. When working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe so it is for many. That's why since day one of my fitness journey, beginning years back in this room, office, and temple, have been, am, and will continue to advocate, call for the mass MAS financing of my brothers and sisters to work out, train, exercise, which has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. Special mind, body, and spirit. Coffee with yours truly, Adrian H. Dragonborn, being reborn, Adrian Hana Dragon, yours truly, androgynous, pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Empire for world peace, international justice, global freedom, securing and ensuring global freedom with attaining environmental harmony between civilization and nature. I'm gonna say a meditation, not a spiritual meditation, relating to the motto of the dancing goddess army, and the motto of the dancing goddess army is all ALL fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun, harvested by our brothers and sisters farmers whose hands deserve to be kissed, feet washed, bodies massaged by the leaders, politicians, senators, House of Representatives across the free veld and across the free world. Yours truly. This black coffee bean was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Came from a red berry harvested by one of my brothers and sisters farmers somewhere in the Americas, perhaps down south, down there, or perhaps in Africa, Ivory Coast, or somewhere, maybe even Uganda. I wanted to buy coffee beans from Uganda. It was a bit out of my reach budget, living in a financial crisis, but maybe somebody will donate or for commission for a work in exchange for coffee from Uganda or from Vietnam. I'm grateful. Although I'm living in the worst financial situation crisis of my adult life, I'm grateful that my rent is paid. Got food. Survive a few more days. I'm open for business. Main primary business of yours truly, Adrian H. Adrian H. Dragon is world peace, international justice, securing and ensuring global freedom. Securing and ensuring global freedom via securing the 3 elements of civilization. Those 3 elements are food, housing, and transport for all via public and private partnership, of which I'm calling all willingly loving to join, support, a mission thereof, of the creation of the 2 complementary cooperative covenant institutions of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Empire, complementary, officially the international citizen integrated social security force, the Dragon Army, just like paradoxically in my scenario, which before paradox in a providential way was before COVID started that scenario to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario to go hand in hand with my workout, general war integrated total body training workout, aka the 300 workout, of which I've performed 213 sessions so far. This underground room house and temple, and now around about coming days, weeks, and months ahead as weather permits. We're gonna be around about Hawk Island, Montreal. In my scenario, before COVID, 93 days I've started it as I was analyzing the world situation, of course, taking into consideration geopolitical events such as the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, aka Kathy Menge, and stopped by the RCMP in order to honor an extradition treaty with the United States, and consequently the two Michael Spa wars, geopolitical social events such as the US-China trade war, taken into consideration, began by the Trump administration. And as an analyst, paradoxically, as a world peace advocate, student, scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, and civilization, I was saying that we, humanity, are on a path towards World War III. And so I've created, designed, made the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. In my fictitious scenario, which began October 17, 2019, in a parallel timeline of the scenario and me performing, doing the actual General War Integrated Total Body Training System sessions, of which I've performed 213 so far, is October 17, 2019. So more or less 93 days before COVID, before the COVID health and financial crises. I have performed it. And what causes World War III in my scenario is a global economic stock market crash, which causes a global financial collapse, which in a nearly paradoxical providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis. Now on COVID, my trinity has been, is, and will be this. First and foremost, do not know what has caused COVID. Second, believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings. And third, since do not know for sure, I cannot rule out another possibility. Fourth dimension to that trinity, not knowing, believing it was snakes, cannot rule out another possibilities. What do know 100% is that 93 days before COVID, yours truly, Adrian H. Dragonborn, being reborn, Adrian Hana Dragan, created, made after taking my analysis of what had transpired geopolitically worldwide, and had created that workout to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. And since in my World War III scenario there was devastation, destruction, there was also the solution. That's what since July 24th, 2020 had began advocating for. And paradoxically, in a parallel way, due to the health crisis of COVID and the lockdowns, the stock market crash began February 20th, 2020 and ended about April 7th, and triggered recessions and depressions on a global scale which are ongoing, and still feeling the aftermath, fallout of the crisis, whatever have you. And so that was the scenario. My scenario, what triggers World War III is the stock market crash or global financial collapse. That's the trigger of the beginning of World War III. A stock market crash which causes a global financial collapse. And me performing the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, so world peace advocacy. Since July 24, 2020, July 24, 2020, July 24, 2020, I began advocating for the creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, just like envisioned in my scenario, since in my scenario there was the solution. Solution in my scenario, simple, straightforward, and direct, which although sometimes in very philosophical and use fancy verbose words and sometimes can perhaps seem rude to some, but gems of direct, clear, concrete action and straightforwardness and directness. Sometimes I'm direct, sometimes straightforward, sometimes I like comedy, I like joke. I'm not perfect. I don't know it all. I don't know COVID for sure. I believe it was snakes, but this I do know. My workout, design made in hand to go with the scenario, which predates COVID and which resembles COVID in many, many ways. And since my scenario had the solution, that's what I began advocating for. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragan Army, to be integrated at all levels by mobilizing, just like in my scenario. My scenario had the destruction, socio-economic devastation, and also had the solution to rebuild, reset, and back better. So that's what I began advocating for since July 24, 2020. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragan Army, to be by creation by mobilizing 1% of adult population of NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization member countries, member states, in order to integrate and create this new transnational social security force with all existing private and public security forces and armed forces, local, national, and international NATO member countries, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Canada, United States, Germany are 3 of the 30 members of NATO, calling on Israel, the state of Israel to become the 31st member NATO ASAP, perhaps midnight in 61 minutes. It's not by 3 a.m., which Israel time is going to be 10. Midnight is 7. Jerusalem, Tel Aviv time is about 7. 7 hour from Hawk Island, Montreal, 7 hour plus. So it's 28th of October 2021, perhaps. It's already the 29th of October. Israel is in the future by a few hours. It's already the 29th of October. But anyways, mobilizing 1% of the population, adult population, integrating on all levels of civilization to secure the 3 elements of civilization, essential elements of civilization by a public-private partnership. Food, housing, and transport for all by the Dragan army, and afterwards securing those 3, we can encourage people to volunteer, socially do community work, XYZ, in the public, ensure hygiene, and if other citizens, subjects, allies will to stay distance from other citizens with a 2-meter distance for XYZ reasons, they want to keep the 2-meter distance. Dragan army has to be on the ground, encouraging people to work out, train, exercise, which has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. I believe it is so for many. I believe it is so for many. So mass financing and encouraging hygiene in public. I notice a lot of people don't wash their hands. You can see my video now is uploading. My 3-hour marching videos in Hawk Island. You see me going in the bank, washing, rub once when going in and twice when going out. And ensure hygiene. Cases are going up again. Variants from Israel and the UK worrying. Maybe I had the new variant mutation now. I was very sick. I was sick. I had COVID end of January until about February 20th, 2020. February 20th, 2020. About February 20th, 2020. Was very sick. Ill and disease. It was like pestilence. Death and disease. Death, pestilence, and disease. Death, pestilence, and disease. And so I died during COVID. I don't want to go back to anything pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, suffered, struggled, and I'm sharing now all the, as I've learned through pain, struggle, whether financial, economic, social, psychological, physical, chronic illness. It was like the pestilences of the world have taken upon me, and spent many years in the libraries of Montreal, making them my second home. Many thousands of books, my friends. Learning, still learning every day in a parallel life. Science, innovation, and technology would have been my chosen path. That's what I'm advocating for. Created the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. The Dancing Goddess to be complementary, in a complementary, cooperative, covenant way to the Dragon Army, the International Integrated Dance League, integrating that will be an all gender, all ages, all sexual orientations, inclusive dance league, in order to organize mass dancing events across the world. For the mass financing of solar, hydro, and electric power, and to clean the oceans, rivers, waterways, lakes, forests, mountains thereof, and attain harmony between civilization and nature. This will be the mission of the Dancing Goddess Army, and the prime mission of the Dancing Goddess Army, and parallel, complementary, covenant, cooperative with the Dragon Army, to secure and ensure freedom by securing and ensuring for all citizens, allies, subjects, supporters, the 3 main elements of civilization: food, housing, and transport. Once those 3 are secured, we can encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, exercise, do workout, train regularly. The body is a temple, my brothers and sisters, for purpose and for pleasure. For purpose and for pleasure. For my allies and armies, if I can bring any pleasure, for vaccinated kisses. I'm living the worst financial times of my crisis of my adult life. From the goddess of starlit heaven sends one kiss to the goddess, her sister, which dances with the bird, the sun, to make, create, and produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Even this black coffee bean, which I'm drinking now, to get the energy to meditate, to work out a bit, for the food, that I fight another day. bring any joy, pleasure by reading to you, writing, dancing for you, working out, training, massaging, kissing, hugging, washing feet, washing hands, washing body, consent with consent with consent. We're all willingly loving allies and armies will certainly do. Or rap. Don't got money for the studio, but underground rapper since 1996. Best of 2021 freestyle rapper and will be 2022. Although got no money for the studio. Yo yo. Can you sing this yo yo? Dragon's fists are gonna make Trumple's nose grow like Pinocchio. Yo. What a flow, bro. Keep a mo on the hoe, blow. Would legalize them drugs, blaze. Yo, bro, popo, clock it, ticking. To do art, to work out, to train, to exercise, to share and love and love and love and fight selfishness and attain the next level of consciousness and civilization. I'm not perfect. I was moody this earlier today. Woke up was moody. Maybe because also I was sick. Maybe I was moody. But I was just upset, angry. I did what worked for me. What has worked. What in the past. What has and is working. Has worked today. What is working now. And what will work tomorrow. Working out, training, exercising. See this bottle of water. Water and fire can work together. It's full bottle of water. See, it's full there. So, yeah, it's about 45 pounds. Could be able to work out. Lost more than 77 pounds. I think 77.7 this morning early. Blood, sweat, and tears. I've suffered. Went to depression, suicidal. Was just this Halloween Sunday, and this is a special Rainbow Witch project. I am calling for candies, Halloween candies, to be reduced, half price. Right, half price to be reduced. Before, what is the food? Before Halloween, it's done the next day. A lot of it goes to waste. Powers that be, corporate, selfish greed. So for the kids, for the kids, for the kids. Yeah. And it has a trinity of purposes to encourage kids to brush their teeth after they eat the candy, of course, and to recycle the wrappers, the paper, to recycle it. Right? Paper, the wrappers, to recycle it, recycle it, recycle it. I'm not perfect. I got issues, vices, I've done many wrongs. I lived a lot of trauma, a lot of negative experiences, psychological, financial, physical, illness, loneliness, depression, addiction. I died during COVID. I don't want to go back to no COVID 3 times. I understand a lot of people want to go back to business as it was. NFL, so patriarchal boys want to throw their little get millions. Give the cheerleaders 3 times the salary, 300%. From Dance with the Dancing Goddess Army. Finance, the youth to work out, train, exercise, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, right? NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, Major League Baseball, right? Right. I'm saying patriarchal because there's not even one women's sports leagues which makes even close to the finances which the aforementioned National Football League, National Hockey League, National Basketball Association, Major League Baseball, MLB make. Not even not even half. Not even close to what the aforementioned patriarchal is. They're male dominated. Right? There's no trans male even plays in those aforementioned leagues. One came out in the opening. Bravo, my brother, I love you. You got enough money to get yourself massage therapy, so we'll not offer Carl Nassib, my brother. I admire, very brave, maybe the bravest, fierce, incorporates freest motherfucker on the motherfucking field, motherfucker. Right. On the field. Corporates, the land of the free, home of the brave, and I'm saying this as Canadian World LGBTQ Rainbow Androgynous Pansexual World Citizen. I believe in world peace, international justice, global freedom, but also as a universal spiritual teaching student, having been an American twice in past lives, 718 miles that way, down south, 156 years ago served in the US Army. 3 months ago, June or July, could have been July, June or July, 3 months ago, came out, said, I'm gay. The only gay player in the NFL. He's not the only gay player, bisexual, LGBTQ player in the NFL. I can say that when they play on any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday, there's 11 offense, 11 defense. There's one out of those, each ones that are on the field at any given time of play. Out of those 11 on each side, whether defense or offense, out of those 111, one of those 11s players on each side in the NFL at any given time they play, any quarter, every quarter, one of those 11 on each side is bisexual, gay, or has homosexual, homoerotic desires and lusts, whether hidden, repressed, or not admitted. That's can understand. You got money, right? You got money, and I understand financial stresses, pressures can be hard. That's why securing, ensuring freedom is the Dragan army. Once we have those three secured: food, housing, and transport for all, regardless or other racial, sexual orientation, encourage free love to my allies and armies, for the dancing artists and the Dragan army, with consent. Could be work overtime, service of love, love in washing, love in kissing, love in massages, not just blah 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 blah, love, yeah. Work overtime for love, different types of love. I like my love, a lot of rainbow, a lot of gray, shades of gray. I'm a Scorpio. A lot of black with a lot of scarlet on it, rainbow. And I wish I could have more love, for sure. And like somebody called, I remember, the call was a survey and said, "Hi, can I ask you a few questions?" I said, "Do you know who you called?" I said, "No, it's randomly generated numbers and I'm doing a survey." I said, "You called the World Bank of Love." I said, "The World Bank of Love is not called an institution." I said, "You called an individual embodying, incorporating an institution. The World Bank of Love." But love, I mean, blah blah blah. You say love, you know. What are you gonna do? Offer, bring to the table. I am. Well, no money in the pocket. Rent is paid and the miner's got $10,000 in debt. I'm sure. Not a lot of commissions. Not a lot of likes. I don't like me too much, probably. I like Adrian on a Dragon. Perhaps XYZ. Not a lot of likes. Ah. not a lot of likes. Not a lot of commissions, gigs. I'm open for business 24/7. Who knows, maybe I'll feel so bad tomorrow I'll start all screaming out tomorrow, I'm open for business! The main business of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. Business for world peace, international justice, and global freedom. Sure, I want to experience more things I haven't experienced. Spirits, not in as a ghosts, but spirits as in liquors that I haven't afforded. I've been craving for and lusted for, and a little bit of cannabis and restaurants of Hakka and Montreal, a few food I didn't yet permit, and want to get good steel toe boots. I saw the best steel toe boots. I said $156. I can't afford it. Too expensive. Ones that I bought when I was working retail XYZ, and during COVID, the essential employment was like 49, and I bought secondhand for 20, which were great. Last me a long time still. Let's work out. Open for business. Feels good. Mainly for the business of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. 11:11. I'm not that hungry. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna feast at midnight. Just gonna drink some coffee. Bear. Bear with me. Let me rap a little bit, huh? Do I hit with some coffee? Lit. Click. I ain't getting no likes. They don't like this shit. Should I apologize? Nah, this is raw passion, bitch. This is raw passion, bitch. They gotta read off of the paper tricks. Shit, I admit if it was statistics. But goddamn, did you really say you gotta serve your constituents reading off a paper clip, reading off a paper, bitch? Goddamn, Adrian is not gonna read off a paper unless it's for statistics or mathematics or equation lips. Come on my oration discourses talks. Yep, better start hugging. Better start kissing. Listening to me, somebody right now. Perhaps one. If you have somebody next to you, start hugging. Start kissing. Don't waste time, man. Life is fucking short, man. Just love. Hug, dance. Listen to me continue by while at the same time with one eye like this, maybe the other one. Just put your on just whatever. LGBTQ or allies or whatever, even straight. I'm assuming allies if you're watching whatever. Adrian Dragon's spiritual mind, body, and spirit events. Start kissing, start hugging, offer each other washing the feet, get a bath, fill your bodies, your temples for pleasure and purpose, and wash each other, kiss, make love, man. Life is fucking short. Who knows? Maybe I won't wake up tomorrow. I get posted this video, probably. I'll wake up. Yeah. If I don't wake up, my friend, oftentimes teacher, the one I love and call sister, anonymous, fourth dimension to that friend, teacher, sister, one and only financial sponsor, the one of the best pants ever had in terms of army pants. Fucking rock. I wore them out, bro. I walked for miles in them. They already got. They already fucking got holes. Got holes. Let's work out a little bit more. I wear them out to the max. On the other side also. It's okay, well, they were put to good use. Mind, body, and spirit event. Yours truly, Adrian Dragan. Start kissing. That's what I got. The goddess of starlit heaven, who sends one kiss to her sister, which dances with her brother the sun, the eye of the dragon, who may create and produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to build, maintain, or upgrade civilization. And that one kiss turns into 93 trillion kisses, 718 billion, 418,156,093. And that big credit gives to yours truly, Adrian Dragan. So I got more than 93 trillion. 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. I'm living in the worst financial crisis of my life from the goddess. I get that big credit. My allies and armies, those who consent, willingly loving, can make you all millionaires. Kisses from the goddess. Yeah, I said goddess. Goddess. You know, say Kanye Ye. I'm asking Ye to marry me in a BDSM switch. Open marriage for world peace. Bitch. I love the energy, the instrumentals of the new Donda. I like it. I like Kanye West music. I'm a little bit upset, disappointed, and a bit I heard God. Might listen to it again, because might heard once at least. Goddess. When they say God, I say and the goddess. When they say God, I say and the goddess. When they say God, I say and the goddess. Is it is so hard? Ooh, God, ooh. What? Training with the water, man. Water holy like fire moly. Holy. Get this workout. Goddess. GODDSS, 7 Holy Sacred Divine Letter Word, man. Spiritual revelation. Warning, trigger warning. It's my upset patriarchal established norms and traditions and lies. Yours truly, Adrian Dragan, was a priestess many times in past lives, and in many lives was a servant to the priestesses or the goddess in ancient Egypt, ancient Israel, ancient Rome. Here's a secret revelation. October 28, 11:19 p.m. EST in Hog Island, Montreal. Truly yours, truly, Adrian Dragan, Universal Spiritual Teaching student. Because I'm learning every day. I'm a piece of dust. The pyramids turn into ashes. A sun ray, sunlight now rises, now sets. And the hairs of the goddess's body are the trees. The goddess body, trees, but the hairs on the goddess body. Back in ancient Israel, temple of Shlomo, Solomon, truly I was a servant to the priestesses of the goddess. It was a mistranslation for XYZ motives, reasons. They were not concubines or wives, 400, 700, 770. A lie, mistranslation. Bearded fools chased away the irrational world, the emotional world, the goddess and the priestess and the divine feminine, the subconscious, the sibyl, priestess, prophetess of the unconscious, speaks to us in dreams of the irrational world, emotional. Just as 2 plus 2 is equal 4 indeed, it can be written in black and white and red and green and all the colors of the rainbow. You can write the 2 in green and the plus, both one line in white, the other black, and the other 2 in red, and the equal sign, one line above black, the one below white, or vice versa, and equals 4. You can write it in rainbow colors, all the lines. You have black, white, and all the colors of the rainbow when you write 2 plus 2 equals 4. Not just white or black or gray. You can use black, white, and all the colors of the rainbow in that equation, as it is 2 plus 2 equals 4. But you can write it in rainbow ways. So I was a servant to the priestesses of the goddess, which were chased out. And I had to cook for them, wash, massage, clean, bring food, and other tasks, chores, and duties. It was a sacred, divine thing, holy, lofty sense servant to the priestesses, which for XYZ word is motives, reasons, was translated as concubines and wives of Solomon, the temple, where they were priestesses of the goddess. To the goddess, forgotten. So if I die, I'll wake up tomorrow. A friend, my teacher, the one I love and call sister, to that Trinity adds a 4th dimension, being my one and only financial sponsor. Continue the mission of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Empire. The Phoenix People's Spot is yours truly, Adrian, Dragan. My will to live to her, nominate anonymous, my anonymous friend, teacher, sister, 4th dimension, only one and only financial sponsor. Maybe in 37 minutes, almost 38 minutes will be midnight. Maybe I'll get my first commission or invitation for a gig work or commission for some work. I'm open for business. And perhaps by midnight, a first dollar via PayPal. Somebody else besides my friend, my teacher, one I love and call sister. Use most of the funds to rent, paying the cell phone bill, for clothes. I have garments, quite enough for the winter, should be okay. Got a coat. Food security for paying my bills, phone bill, rent, and then Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire and the Phoenix People's Party for world peace, international justice, and global security and global freedom, and of course the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. So I'm gonna use the money for it. Workout. Mind, body, and spirit. I understand a lot of people want to go back to pre-COVID, before COVID. Myself, I died during COVID. I don't want to go back to nothing. Status quo, establishment, since 1984. The NFL, National Hockey League, NBA, NHL, patriarchal sports leagues, they made millions of dollars annually. Powers that be, politicians, bureaucracy, bureaucracy, bureaucracy. Some good, some bad. Not all is bad. A lot of it has to be kept, right? Some of it has to be kept. I am changing. I've changed a lot. I've struggled a lot, suffered a lot, pained a lot. It took me years to come out in the public, in the open, about being LGBTQ, bisexual, pansexual. It's Halloween, 3 days, Sunday. It's gonna be 7 days marking. In 3 days, it's gonna be 7 years. 7 years since I'm out in the open about being androgynous, pansexual, if you will. Like I said, a lot of people, for XYZ reasons, are, but don't want to come out, don't want to be admitted, right? Controversies XYZ here and there. Sometimes the solutions get left out of the focus, and I understand there's a lot of ego involved. There's a lot. I'm not perfect. I got lusts. I'm lustful. I have sexual urges, urges for pleasure, cravings for pleasure. Sometimes in my brain, mind, my head is a comedy, right? Comedy, dancing comedy. I think it's perhaps the comedy, that's the dialogue that's happening, perhaps is not. I should be kept more private, especially when conversing with the leaders of the free world and Canadian elections, especially the leaders of the free world. My dialogue with them is my message, Dragan Zero, to the leaders of the free world has been, is, and will be simple, straightforward, and direct. Leaders of the free world is Dragan Zero's message. Drop down. Give Dragan Zero 13 push-ups with love for the sake of world peace. They got ego. They got some know more than I do. I don't know it all. I have so many questions. More questions than answers. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology would have been my chosen path. Computers, supercomputers, ICBMs, satellites, micro gadgets, all sorts would have been my domain, my universe, my mathematics, logic in that parallel life. In this life, spirituality, psychology, sexuality, art, dance, the irrational, emotional, sexual, subconscious, natural, physical is my chosen path. Political. Speaking of, let's work out. This water bottle, big bottle, it's full. It's about 45 pounds. It's at least 42 pounds. Let's see exactly. Well, I assume we weighted that day. So it's 18 liters. How much is 18 liters in pounds? So this is 18 liters. 18 liters of water. It's just water. Sorry. So 18 liters is 39.6 pounds. So 39.6 plus, there's a thickness, there's a few pounds to the bottle, to the the big bottle. So I would say it's minimum 42 pounds, 42, maximum 50. It's not more than 10 pounds, the bottle. Just the plastic. It's because there's a thickness to it. It's big, right? So it could be a few pounds. I would say minimum 3 pounds, maximum 10 that it is. So it's anywhere between minimum 42 pounds to maximum 50 pounds. So it's a good workout. Oh, my video. Dragan Zero March marching workout for the Rainbow Witch Dragon has been. Checks completed, no issues found. Post it. Schedule. Checks, no checks. Checks, no checks. No likes, no checks. Just the kisses of the goddess. No likes, no checks. Just the kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. No likes, no checks. Just the kisses of the goddess. Yep, they already made their millions, billions. They too selfish. They selfish now. Now they selfish. I ain't got no likes, no chicks. Just the kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. Because I gotta record is a hit channeling. Warning, goddess omen in progress. Warning, goddess omen in progress. Warning, goddess omen in progress. In nome de Baba, no. Nope, I ain't got no likes, no checks. Just the kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. They be too selfish. They be very selfish. They be way too selfish. No, I ain't got no likes. They ain't give me no checks. They ain't give me no checks. Just the kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. Yep. Now they got their billions and their millions. Now they just selfish. Now they just selfish. You ain't got no likes, and no checks. Nobody giving me no, cutting me no checks. Just got the kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess. They made their millions. Now they just selfish. Now they just selfish. Now they just selfish. They just wait to poison, way to poison, way to poison. The kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess. Yeah. I ain't got no checks. I ain't give me no likes. They ain't got no likes. They don't cut me no checks. No checks. Got this just kisses of the goddess. Just the kisses of the goddess. I got just the kisses of the goddess. Yeah. Yep. They ain't giving me no likes. I ain't getting no likes. They ain't cutting me no checks. No checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess. I just got the kisses of the goddess. Just got the kisses of the goddess. Yep, they done made the billions. Now they're just selfish. Now they're just selfish. Y'all made your millions. Now y'all just selfish. Now y'all just selfish. Nah, they ain't give me no likes. They ain't give me no likes. They ain't give me no likes. They ain't cutting me no checks. No checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess. Kisses of the goddess. Kisses of the goddess. Y'all made your own millions and your billions. Now you're just selfish. Now you're just selfish. Now you're just selfish. Get the fuck out of my face with your poison, bitch. With your poison, bitch. With your poison, bitch. Y'all got enough to eat. Y'all got enough to eat. Y'all got enough to eat. Eat the rich. Eat the rich. Eat the rich. Eat the rich. Y'all just selfish. Y'all just selfish. Y'all just selfish. I ain't got no likes. They ain't give me no likes. I ain't got no checks. I ain't got no checks. Because of the goddess. Dependent artist, activist, athlete. You're witnessing a live channeling of the tiny sacred divine sparks. The goddess, which dances with her brother the sun, and in whose face I'm just a fucking piece of fucking dust. Just tiny sparks of her sacred divine royal majesty. Kisses to the goddess, kisses to the goddess. Yeah, I ain't getting no likes, I ain't getting no likes. Yep, nobody can, no checks, no checks, no checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess. Y'all made you millions and billions, now you're just selfish, now you're just selfish, now you're just selfish. Now you're just selfish, now you're just selfish. My gang get the rich, am I right? Get the rich. Yep. Yep. Nah. Yeah, ain't no likes, ain't giving no likes, ain't getting no likes, I ain't getting no likes. Nobody cutting me no checks, cutting me no checks, cutting me no checks. Now, yeah, made you millions and you billions, now you're just selfish, now you're just selfish. Get the fuck on my face, bitch, and let my class walk gang get the rich, get the rich, get the rich. Yeah, I ain't getting no likes, I ain't getting no likes, I ain't getting no likes. Ain't nobody getting me no checks, no checks, no checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess. Yeah, I made your millions and billions, now you just selfish, now you just selfish. Nah, ain't nobody giving me no likes, no likes, no likes. Ain't nobody giving me no likes, no likes, no likes. They ain't cutting me no checks, no checks, no checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess, kisses from the goddess. Yeah, I just made you million, now you're just being selfish, now you're just being selfish, selfish. Yeah, nobody give me no likes, they ain't giving no likes, no likes. Ain't nobody cutting me no checks, cutting me no checks, give me no checks. I just got the kisses of the goddess, kisses of the goddess, kisses from the goddess. Y'all made your millions and your billions, now you're just being selfish, selfish. Kisses from the goddess, created yours truly, Adrian, Dragan, live channel direct from the goddess, 11:38 p.m. EST, Hawk Island, Montreal. Kisses from the Goddess. I'm gonna entitle the chorus. Of course, not all the lyrics, although the lyrics were received internally. Thanks, appreciate, I'm grateful for this divine, holy, sacred, spiritual, artistic moment which just lived. One of the best moments of my life now, this creation of this chorus for a song, and recording it 11 started 11:31 p.m. EST in Hawk Island, and it's 11:39 p.m. EST in Hawk Island, Montreal. And I entitled it Kisses from the Goddess, which I'm credited with 93 trillions of kisses from my allies and armies. Pledge your allegiance, legions. To the rest, keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouths. If it's not for a blessing, checks completed. Checks completed, no issues found. Gonna work out some more. Oh yeah. So checks completed. Downloaded 3-hour marching video. Dragan Zero marching workout for the Rainbow Witch Dragon Goddess for world peace via love. We'll schedule it for tomorrow, 29th of October. Time zone Montreal, Hawk Island, 3 p.m. Schedule October 29th, 2021, 3 p.m. Maybe I'll get my first donation, that $1 via PayPal, or a commission of work, open for business. Dragan Zero marching workout for the Rainbow Witch project for I'm calling for the candies, sour sweets, chocolates. Goods to be reduced before Halloween, hopefully by tomorrow. Producers and the distributors and the sellers of the big supermarkets and the big manufacturers to make an arrangement agreement. Hopefully my message will get out and be reduced 50%. So otherwise the next day after Halloween, not financially, families struggling, and for the kids, for the children. I love children having joy, and tripartite education to recycle the papers, the wrappers, and to brush their teeth. So it's a creative, artistic project. I marched today. Let's work out some more the body. And we're now gonna do some reading, some workout. Quick reading and training the mind. The Pandora Papers. The Pandora Papers are 11.9 million leaked documents with 2.9 terabytes of data that the that the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, published beginning on October 3rd, 2021. The leak exposed the secret offshore accounts of 35 world leaders, including current and former presidents, prime ministers, and heads of state, as well as more than 100 billionaires, celebrities, and business leaders. Wow. I'm gonna just exercise some more, get some more coffee. And let's get some more coffee. Coffee. Some more coffee. Coffee. As well as business leaders. The news organizations of the ICIJ described the document leak as their most expansive expose of financial secrecy yet, containing documents, images, emails, and spreadsheets from 14 financial service companies in nations including Panama, Switzerland, and the United Arab Emirates, surpassing their previous release of the Panama Papers in 2016, which had 11.5 million confidential documents, 2.6 terabytes. At the time of the release of the papers, the ICIJ said it is not identifying its source for the documents. This is from the Guardian Investigations Team, October 3rd, 2021. Pandora Papers. Biggest ever leak of offshore data exposes financial secrets of rich and powerful. Let's work out. Of rich and powerful. Well, I am living in the worst financial crisis of my life. In my video I just downloaded, you can see me going to the bank machine and see that I'm almost $10,000 in debt. Rounded up, it's $10,000 my private debt plus. Although pay $4 every month to have 500 protection overdraft. I'm already 400 minus in the red, $491. So I haven't reached. It's only $8. By $8, and I'm at the 500. So in theory, without being punished or penalized extra fees or additional interest rate, I could still withdraw $7.70. About more or less $491.8 and 770. About $8.35 maybe. Gotta check. I put it already in my room, so somewhere around that. Let's see. I have. No, I don't have it. Rent's paid, expecting, and I'm grateful, thankful, like Einstein said, to realize that much of our work depends on the labor of others. So, expecting $750 to pay my rent, pay half of my phone bill, pay electricity on Monday. So, and then to that trinity of bills, rent, phone, and rent, phone, and electric bill is paid. My rent bill, phone bill, half phone bill, electric bill, and then the fourth dimension to that trinity of bills would be secure food, working out the body. Here's an investment. I got no money to invest. Got kisses, just made a hit song, chorus of a song channel. Thank you, I'm grateful, goddess. Body's a temple for purpose and pleasure, and that's what I'm doing now. A trinity of events, mind by reading, body working out, being grateful, thankful, spiritual, meditations, and Trinity event, marching to midnight. 11:51 p.m. EST, surpassing their previous release of the Panama Papers. Panama Papers are 11.5 million leaked documents that were published beginning on April 3rd, 2016. The papers detail financial aid, attorney-client information for more than 214,488 offshore entities. Entities are financial institutions, agreements, legal entities. The documents, some dating back to the 1970s, were created by and taken from the former Panamanian. Panama is a country in Latin America that way. Panama Papers, Spanish Papeles de Panama, taken from former Panamanian offshore law firm and corporate service provider Mossack Fonseca. Mossack Fonseca & Co. was a Panamanian law firm and corporate service provider. At one time, it was the point in time. At one time, it was the world's fourth largest provider of offshore financial services. From its 1977 foundation until the April 2016 publication of the Panama Papers, it remained mostly obscure. Obscure meaning never heard of it. Makes me think of a few years ago, just before COVID actually, when I was on a bus. Before COVID, you had no masks, no different social distancing protocols, but there was nonetheless a discussion between two young persons who were going to McGill. And the McGill, and I heard them say finance. Sometimes we just spoke. I think it was because of my hat, was wearing a hat or whatever. We entered into conversation slightly, asked what they were studying. Said both of them were studying finance at McGill, which is one of the most reputable education institution in Canada, throughout North America and the world for that matter. McGill University, founded 156 years ago in the 1800s. And so the discussion was about finance, and at the end I was about to disembark to go. I remember I was going for coffee. Tim Hortons, corner. I even remember exactly where I got off, yeah, because I know I went to the mountain. So I got off right at the corner of Sherbrooke and University Street and Sherbrooke. There's a coffee place there I won't name because they don't give me a penny or free donuts or free coffee, so Got no private or public sponsors at the moment in time, but it's where I had a lot of poetry freely available, and only one or two or three were taken at a time with this headquarters of this institution called Yes, 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 with which had had worked some and have attended quite a few of their events because it's a struggling artist. It's right at the corner of Yes. Forget the address. I don't know the address now. Don't know the address. Anyways, not gonna check it. But at the corner of University and Sherbrooke, near the exactly where the institution called Yes, it stands for Youth Entrepreneurship Services, of which have attended many of their events for artists, for business entrepreneurs. I've learned some from their meetings. I have to say, I've learned some from their meetings, and of course, we can always open our mouths and criticize and don't offer alternative solutions and blah blah blah. But anyway, so I said to these young two persons going in finance, I said, "Well, I'm gonna give you a blessing," and they smiled, financial blessing. Said, "May you get a job for Black Rock, Black Rock." So they said they looked at each other. They didn't know what Black Rock was. I said, "Black Rock is a financial institution." It's again like this word, because I was saying, coming to the word obscure. If you don't work in finance, Black Rock, or watch financial, economic, commercial news, a lot of people have not heard of Black Rock. But nonetheless, Black Rock, from what we know, is the largest asset manager firm in the world. Headquarters in New York City, and headquarters has in Montreal an office, and around the world for that matter. Black Rock, it's called. Not to be confused with Blackstone, which is also multi-billion financial assets and investment company, group, corporation. Blackstone is not the same as BlackRock. BlackRock has trillions, while Blackstone has hundreds of billions. So anyways, just because the word obscure here came, and they didn't know, and a lot of people spoke, they didn't know about BlackRock. So I have no investments. I don't owe a lot of property. Most of the property I own is gifts from my friend, oftentimes teacher, the one I love and call sister, to that trinity of sister, friend, teacher. That's the fourth dimension, being my one and only financial sponsor. And anonymous, I nominate her to be prime general commander of the dancing goddess and the dragon army and the Phoenix People's Party, to of education, communication, information, and culture. At the time of the release of the papers, the ICG said it was not identifying its source of the documents. Let's work out some more. Mind, body, and spirit session Trinity. Estimated by the ICIJ of money held offshore outside the country where the money was made range from US 5.6 trillion to US 32 trillion. Keep in mind, 1 trillion is 1,000 billion, is 1 billion is 1,000 million, so 1 trillion, which have only trillions of kisses credited from the goddess. I don't gotta pay interest on those kisses, but I gotta share them. So my allies and armies, lend you allegiance, legions. 5.6 trillion. 1 trillion is followed by 12 zeros, and of course range from 5.6 trillion to 32 trillion. This is trillions. You'll have to excuse me, the clock just turned. We'll go after midnight. It is gonna be a special mind, body, and spirit with this Pandora's Papers revelations, and you'll have to excuse me at midnight, and the sun is rising that way. And as the sun is rising over the city of the pyramids, it illuminates Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, and will light on all the banks which exist in Africa, in the Middle East, in Israel, and in Europe. Speaking of, we will be banking institutions, and then we'll go to NATO, 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 since yours truly is, of course, asking, calling on NATO member countries to mobilize 1% of the citizenry to create a transnational social security force, aka the Dragan Army, in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all via a public-private partnership, just like envisioned in my scenario, which predates COVID and resembles it, since in my World War III scenario, what triggers it is a global financial collapse caused by a stock market crash, which could still happen. Last time I've read in my, I was learned about the Black Tuesday, Black Thursday, and Black Monday, which happened in October 24th, October 29th, October 26th, after October 24th. October 24th was the first one during the 1929 global crash. So, just we'll be knitting one, not long, put some water for some more, and we'll be back in 93 seconds. And we are back. I just wanted to see my phone bill and gonna say my phone bill due November 4th. Yikes! It's coming. I pay it on the 1st. Usually 2 to 3 business days. $46. But that's not exactly what I wanted to see how much I'm in the minus. We'll be back. Basically my debt, how much it is. All right. Hey, this looks like anonymous. Looks like my sister, my friend, my teacher. To that trinity of sister, friend, teacher, the fourth dimension of being my one and only financial sponsor. Looks like her. Anonymous. Let's work out some more. Oh. My legs are sore with this upper body. It's gonna be complete today from head to toe. What marching today? Well, it's already Friday, so it's past midnight. So no more today, but combined. So I'm working before and after midnight today, special before the Sabbath. A little bit of overtime. This is work, investing in my body, in my mind. And although get no commissions, nobody commissioning a dance, art, or poem, or writing, or buying songs from me, or to work out to train, or supporting the dancing goddess and the Dragan Empire, the Phoenix People's Party. Well, I'm gonna do the work for me. I'm not perfect, far from it. As a matter of fact, I'll show you the account, but October 20th, 2021. And this hasn't changed because I didn't take any money since then from my checking account. So I'm in the minus, although pay $4 monthly fee to have overdraft protection, up to $500 overdraft protection, and to not be charged interest or special fees to go in the red, to be in the minus, which I am in the minus, in the minus, in the minus. My account balance is minus $489.24. So in theory, I could withdraw $10. In theory, up to 500. So $10 which I might withdraw to, or be the maximum $10 to get candies at $9.99 tomorrow for the children, to for the kids to give them. So that would be make me minus 499, 61 cents short of 500. So minus $489 in the minus. This October 29th, 2021, worst financial crisis of my life. But God has credited me a lot of kisses, interest-free kisses. So this is my account. I got only an account with only this bank, which is Lion RBC. And this one today at 8, I withdrew $15 for food security for the weekend. Just gonna block the account. It's called the Royal Credit Line. No, the interest is fair, I gotta say. Annual interest is at 9, and I am for a maximum in the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. Maximum on all ALL loans, whether for business development, for initiatives, for student loans, for credit cards, a maximum of 10%, because I am for the spiritual teaching, social spiritual principle of giving. Those who can give, charity begins at home, of course, first. I'm in need. I'm in need of charity. I need food security. I need to be commissioned to be worked. I took $15 during my march, which is posted and will be available tomorrow 3 p.m. Friday, and you can see it, proof. Nobody liking the videos, nobody watching the videos anyway, but I do it to document my fitness, my philosophy, and it is in the realest, most revolutionary, raw channels for education, for working out, training, exercising, for philosophy on YouTube, although due to the quality of the videos, perhaps for the superficial, something different, but one of the words, philosophy, ranting, and passion, and suffering and pain, and philosophies matters. Nonetheless, 8:16 p.m. EST, Hawk Island, and I was recording, so you see me washing the hands and instructing people to wash their hands when going in and out the banks or public buildings. And well, I have 9,930 and 46 cents that I owe. So this is debt, because this is a credit line. So with that and that, well, they're the same banking institutions, the RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. But this is the Royal Credit Line, and this is my checking account. So I'm in the minus, in the red, although got protection, overdraft protection, and this one is minus 9,930. So almost 10,000, almost 10,000 by 69 to be precise. So as I am calling for the implementation, putting into action, and doing in practice my theory called debt refusion theory, DEBT theory. 3 words: debt refusion theory, developed, written over the past years of struggling, pain, suffering, as was dealing with gig employment, financial stress, and chronic illness. Was like the pestilences of the world was taken upon me. Struggle, suffer, depressed. Made the libraries of the city of Montreal my second home. Books, many thousands of books, my friends. I've written, developed much theory, thousands of papers of poetry, theoretical propositions and analysis. Some are on USB keys or written by hand. In the process of cleaning, reordering, purifying my room, office, and temple before and after Halloween. So, probably read some of it in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead. Of course, thousands of pages written of theory, poems, songs, proposals, analysis, which are given now in the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire in a compendium type of way, of which one of the theories is this one, debt refusion theory, of which I'm calling the putting into practice. Basically, it's taking all debt, all private and public debt. My private, as you've seen, is rounded up to about $10,000. If I'm X1, if X represents the private debt of individual citizens across North America, NATO, Israel, and all who will to ally with us. If I'm X1 and you're X2 and there's hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of X's across the world, adding that number together with the private, which the private would represent the X, all the hundreds of millions of X's together, and the Y's all with the public debt. The Y1, let's say, would represent Canada, Y as in the letter, as in yesterday, and the letter X, of course, is the surname Xavier, let's say. Y1 would represent Canada, Y2 United States of America, Y3 Germany, Y4 Israel, and so on and so forth, NATO member countries, and then allies, and all willingly loving, taking all the private and the public debt, whatever the number is. So adding simple math, additioning, calculating all the X's, X1 plus X, and there's hundreds of millions of X's, and there's tens and perhaps 31, if NATO with Israel counting as 31, then allies throughout the Latin America, close to 42, and then or Africa 77, the Middle East 93, and for that matter throughout the world 156, let's say, countries. Adding all the X's and the Y's together, whatever the number is, with that number creating a global central bank to issue a universal unit of exchange by biometrics, the hand, the voice, and the eye being unique biometric identifiers, and with that creating the initial credit of this global central bank to issue a parallel unit of exchange, and creating the two complementary institutions of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragan Army, in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all by a public-private partnership in complementary covenant cooperative institution with the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force will be the Dancing Goddess Army, officially the International Integrated Dance League, in order to organize mass dancing events across the world for the mass financing of solar, hydro, and electric power, thereof attaining harmony between civilization and nature, and with the Dragon Army securing and ensuring freedom for all. And thus, once we have secured the essential elements of civilization across the world, food, housing, and transport, we will encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, do community work, exercise, maintain the hygienic protocols, hygiene in public, encourage people in love and the body of philosophies, the temple for purpose and pleasure, and exchanges of services, whether massage, whether to doing, to cleaning, to XYZ, washing, kissing, bathing, petting, working out, training, dancing, creating art, or exchanges of culture, intercultural inter-exchange to integrate all levels, at all levels of civilization, local, national, and international. Yours truly, Adrian Hana Dragon, tuning the mind, body, and spirit. Working before and after midnight, 12:19 a.m. The sun is rising now, illuminating Africa, the Middle East, Israel, and Europe. Some workouts. And Pandora Papers. The Pandora Papers. We continue with the Pandora Papers, and then we're gonna go to NATO, which I'm calling, of course, all mobilizing 1% of NATO member allies first to integrate, create a Dragon Army. The Dancing Goddess by debt refusion theory put into practice. My theory written over the past years, given now many theories in the compendium. The universal revolutionary centrism, public-private partnerships is a way forward in the 21st century. Universal revolutionary centrism, not fascism, not communism, but a universal global international revolutionary centrism based on democratic fusion for world peace, international justice, global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and with nature by ensuring food, housing, and transport for all, securing it for all. Disclosures. Pandora Papers 2021. In total, 35 current and former national leaders appear in the leak, alongside 400 public officials from nearly 100 countries and more than 100 billionaires. A billion is 1,000 million. As per laws of tax, some of the activities were legal but could not be justified. Some files were showing the date of 1970, but they were actually created between the years 1996 to 2000. As per laws of tax, some of the activities were legal but could not be justified. Some files were showing the date of 1970, but they were actually created between the years 1996 to 2000. As per the laws of tax, some of the activities were legal but could not be justified. Some files were showing the date of 1970, but they were actually created between the years 1996 to 2020. The data included 130 billionaires listed by the Forbes, over 330 politicians, celebrities, members of the royal families, and even some religious leaders. These religious leaders offer Dao, Zhao, Adrian, Dragan, universal spiritual teaching student, dust in the face of the goddess, starlit heavens, offer ye to make ye millionaires in kisses, as I do. Perhaps, maybe, don't know that I do. Among those names are former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Tony Blair, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out with a jab. Pack on the right, on the left, pack. Chilean President Sebastian Pinera, Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, Montenegrin President Milo Dukanovic, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Volodymyr, pardon my pronunciation, spelled Volodymyr. Zelensky. Volodymyr Zelensky is a Ukrainian comedian and politician who is the sixth and current president of Ukraine. Qatari Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, United Arab Emirates Prime Minister, and this is from Wikipedia.org, Pandora Papers. United Arab Emirates Prime Minister and Dubai ruler Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Gabonese President Ali Bongo Bongo Ondimba. Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati. Ecuadorian President Guillermo Lasso. Family members of former Argentine President Mauricio Macri and his spin doctor, Ecuadorian Jaime Duran Barba. And Cypriot President Nico Anastasiades. More than 100 billionaires. $29,000 offshore accounts, 30 current and former leaders, and 306 336 politicians were named in the first leaks on October 3rd, 2021. So it's only been 29 today. Well, it's been 26 days. A little bit more than 3 weeks. Let's go. Were named in the first leaks on October 3rd, 2021. King Abdullah II of Jordan is one of the main figures named in the papers, with documents showing he had invested over 100 million US dollars in property across the UK and the US. They included houses in Malibu, California, Washington, D.C., London, and Ascot in the UK. A UK company controlled by Sherry Blair was shown to have acquired a this is lira though, I have to be distinction because just notice that the numbers given here sometimes is in US dollars, sometimes this is lira. A lira, let's see how a lira, the UK, how much? So lira for US dollars. UK lira. UK. British pound. It's called British pound. Pound sterling. Just to be pound sterling. The pound, the sterling. So, because then we'll have to make the calculation. So 1 pound sterling, 1 Great British pound is actually 1.38 US dollars. So it's 38% more, right? So for 1 pound sterling, you get $1.38. So I have to keep that in mind if I'm going to read the numbers. That is 38% more in dollars. It's important because it's more than 1/3, right, for every pound. So if it's, for example, I've acquired 6.45 British pounds million, 6.45 British million in British pounds, that means that this number, 1/3 of 6.4 is about 2.1, and it's more than 1/3. So it's 6.45 million British pounds is actually close to 10 million in US. So just to keep that in mind. Property in London by purchasing Roman Stone International Limited. Roman Stone together, one word. ROMANSTONE International Limited. Roman Stone, I guess, is one word. Roman Stone. Interesting. Roman Stone together. Not like in a stone from the Roman times, or Roman stone which build the Colosseum or the aqueducts or the roads with the legions on, but together, one word. ROMANSTONE. Roman Stone International Limited, a British oil company. Had the property been acquired directly, 312,000 British pounds would have been payable in stamp duty. So again, those pounds, that's closer to 450,000 US. Stamp duty in the United Kingdom is a form of tax charged on legal instruments and historically required a physical stamp to be attached to or impressed upon the document in question. The more modern versions of the tax no longer require a physical stamp. Tony Blair's name appears in a statement of joint income for the associated mortgage. Pandora Papers. Blair saved 312,000 stamp duty in property deal. October 3rd, 2021. Retrieved 3rd of October 2021. The papers also reveal how an office block owned by Azerbaijan, officially the Republic of Azerbaijan, a former Soviet republic, ruling Aliyev's family, was sold to The Crown Estate. The Crown Estate is a collection of lands and holdings in the United Kingdom belonging to the British monarch as a corporation sole, making it sovereign's public estate. Sovereign's public estate. Sovereign's public estate, which is neither government property nor part of the monarch's private estate. The sovereign's public estate for 66 million in 2018. 66 million, however, not US dollars, British pounds. So this 66 British millions in British pounds, if we calculate to 38%, which is about 1/3, so 66 divided by 3 is 22. So 62 plus about, if it's 66 plus 22.2, 22. So this 66 million is close to 90 million in US converted. And then it gives us a 31 million British pound profit. It's a big profit on just one transaction. It's a big profit margin. Another office block worth 33 million lira was sold to the family in 2009 and was gifted to the son of Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev, Haidar. According to Las Vegas Sun, members of the inner circle of Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan are accused of hiding millions of dollars in wealth in secret companies or trusts. This is retrieved from the Las Vegas Sun. A look at world leaders named in the Pandora Papers. Let's work out some more. Secret companies or trusts. Supporters of former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko accused his successor Zelensky, who came to power on an anti-corruption campaign, of tax evasion. Elsewhere, close associates of Russian President Vladimir Putin, like Svetlana Krikonovich and Gennady Timchenko, were revealed to have secret assets in Monaco. Monaco, Monaco. Monaco, officially the Principality of Monaco, is a sovereign city-state and micro-state on the French Riviera, a few kilometers west of the Italian region of Liguria in Western Europe. It is bordered by France to the north, east and west, and the Mediterranean Sea to the south. And Czech Prime Minister Andrzej Babiš is a Czech politician and businessman, serving as the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic since December 2017 and the founding leader of ANO 2011, ANO since 2012, who had campaigned on promising to crack down on corruption and tax evasion, did not declare the use of an offshore investment company in the purchase of 8 properties, including 2 villas in Mougins on the French Riviera for 12 million lira. And again, this 12 million lira is close to 17 million US dollars. Uhuru Kenyatta was also mentioned, despite being quoted in 2018 as saying every public servant's assets must be declared publicly so that people can question and ask, what is legitimate? Every public servant's assets must be declared publicly so that people can question and ask, what is legitimate? Every public servant's assets must be declared publicly so that people can question and ask, what is legitimate? Every public servant's assets must be declared publicly so that people can question and ask, what is legitimate? Kenyatta and 6 members of his family have been linked to 13, the number 13 offshore companies. This is retrieved 4th of October 2021, so 3 weeks ago, a little bit more than 3 weeks ago. EMEA Tribune breaking news, world news, latest news, top headlines. The leaked list also includes transnational criminal organization leaders. Transnational criminal organization leaders. The leaked list also includes transnational criminal organization leaders such as Raffaele Amato is an Italian Camorra boss and head of the Scissionisti di Secundilano Camorra clan from Naples. He's known by multiple nicknames in the Napolitan criminal underworld, including Lo Spagnolo, Lei, whatever. It's like my nicknames. Tiny hands, got tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny little androgynous scar. Trinity of tinies. Tiny feet, tiny clit dick, tiny hands. There you go. Tiny clit dick, tiny feet, tiny hands. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Only thing I got big is this big mouth. Boss of the Amaro Pagano clan. Amaro Pagano is a Camorra clan from the from prison in Spain. A clan with the Camorra, Camorr. The Camorra is an Italian mafia-type criminal organization and criminal society originating in the region of Campania. It is one of the oldest and largest criminal organizations in Italy, dating to the 17th century. Unlike the pyramidal structure of the Sicilian mafia, the Camorra's organizational structure is dedicated to international drug trafficking. International drug. My brothers and sisters, yours truly, Adrian Dragan, the Dragan army, degraded. It's legalized most drugs, standardization, sanitation, and security. 3 S's for legalization of drugs: standardization, securization, and sanitization, meaning hygiene, sanitary, hygienic, clean, clean standards. Sanitation, cleaning, hygiene, information, doing, standardization, local, national, international drug standards, and securization, or public-private partnership. It's like Portugal. Canada is cannabis, weed is legal. It's legalized, not just cannabis, weed, cocaine, speed, methamphetamine pills, ecstasy pills, not the dangerous ones, which are not gonna be standard for sanitation or security, right? It won't have standard and security, the SS mark, standard and security, or security and sanitation standard. The mark of standard by security and sanitation, I mean, by triple S's, which is really 2 S's. Standard of sanitation and security for the legalization of most drugs: cocaine, ecstasy, pills, heroin. Has a big market. The market is there, my brothers and sisters. It's war on drugs be war on poverty, on depression, on alienation, on make the body the scientific and spiritual way and the psychological way for the be a temple for purpose and pleasure. Work out, train, exercise, work, volunteer, do community work, learn, to give and receive pleasure. And the knowledge, information, standardization, sanitation, and securitization of international drugs. Whether cocaine, cannabis, heroin, ecstasy pills, methamphetamine pills. Maro used the shell company in the UK to buy land and real estate in Spain. Let's work out some more. Other global names mentioned include Shakira. I think she was also named in the Panama Papers, right? Shakira. Shakira Isabel Mubarak Ripoll, known as commonly Shakira, is a Colombian singer and songwriter born and raised in Barranquilla. Shakira has been referred to as the queen of Latin music and is noted for her versatility in music, who was incorporating new offshore entities while going on trial for tax evasion. Who is incorporating new offshore entities while going on trial for tax evasion. uh, Other global names include Shakira, who was incorporating new offshore entities while going on trial for tax evasion. Well, to my allies and armies, for those to make you millionaires in kisses, that's what it's gonna be here in Hawk Island, Montreal. Model Claudia Schiffer. Claudia Maria Schiffer is a German model, actress, and fashion designer based in the United Kingdom. Indian cricket player Sachin Tendulkar, Indian billionaire Anil Ambani, billionaire, not millionaire, but billionaire. Anil Dhirubhai Ambani is an Indian businessman. He's the chairman of Reliance Group, which was created in July 2006 following a demerger. Fugitive Diamantare, Diamantare. So diamonds. Nirav Deepak Modi is a fugitive Indian businessman charged by Interpol and the government of India for criminal conspiracy, criminal breach of trust, cheating and dishonesty, including delivery of property, corruption, money laundering, fraud, embezzlement, and breach of contract. Can't eat diamonds. Keep them. Keep them. Can't eat them. They can't massage me. Can't cook. Can't dance. Can't kiss. Can't fuck. Can't rub. Can't clip. Can't lick. Can't kiss. Can't dance. Can't wash. Can't clean. Can't work out. Can't march. Sister Spurvi Modi, Alexandra Cages, the founder of dark web site Alphabet. Dark web is the World Wide Web content that exists on dark nets, overlay networks that use the internet but require specific software configurations or authorizations to access. Through the dark web, private computer networks can communicate and conduct business anonymously without divulging. Site Alphabet, used to deal in illegal drugs. Again, Alphabet is a darknet market operating both as an onion service on the Tor network and as an I2P node on I2P. After it was shut down in July 2017 following law enforcement action in the United States, Canada, and Thailand, part of Operation Bayonet, it was relaunched in August 2021 by the self-described, I guess, Alexandre Cazes, used to deal in illegal drugs. My brothers and sisters, standardization of sanitation and securitization. Securitization and sanitation, standardization, let's legalize drugs. Most, not the dangerous one, the crappy ones that people die from, but cocaine, the good one, the good cocaine from Colombia and Peru and Bolivia, and the ecstasy pills from Israel, and speed from Holland, whatever. Standardization and securitization. Cannabis. We have very good cannabis, illegal one here in wow. I'm not a big consumer. I haven't smoked. It's gonna be 3 weeks this Sabbath. I'm just a recreational user, drug user of cannabis. On the weekends. And mushrooms are now legal for the Sabbath. Recreational, for leisure. used to deal in illegal drugs. Pakistani Finance Minister Sharifayat Atmantarin and several of family members of Pakistan's top generals, and the CEO of Channel 1 Russia, Konstantin Ernst. Channel 1 is the first television channel to broadcast in the Russian Federation. Its headquarters are located at Ostatino Technical Center near the Ostatino Tower in Moscow. Konstantin Ernst. Konstantin Lvovich Ernst is a Soviet and Russia media manager, producer, and TV host. He's currently the CEO of Channel 1 Russia. Miguel Bosé. Luis Miguel González Bosé, also known as Michel Bosé, is a Spanish pop new wave singer, songwriter, and actor. Pep Guardiola. Joseph Pep Guardiola Sala is a Spanish professional football manager and former player. And Julio Iglesias. Julio José Iglesias de la Cueva is a Spanish singer, songwriter, and former professional footballer. Are also named. Let's work out some more. Data sources. The leaked files come from 14 offshore service providers that help clients establish companies in secrecy jurisdictions. Secret, I guess, jurisdictions. And before going to this, we'll need some more of that. It's gonna be light coffee now, not... Provider. All About Offshore Limited. Records 270,000. Time period 2002 2019. Founding office location Seychelles. 2007 the year was founded. Alman Cordobo Golden Limited. Records 2 million. Alban Cordero Galindo and Lee is a law firm based in Panama, founded in 1985. The firm represents several multinational companies that operate in Panama and was chosen as the Central American Law Firm of the Year by Chambers Global in 2007 and as well as in 2013. Records 2,185,783. Time period 1970 to 2019. The year founded in 1985 in Panama. Alpha Consulting Limited 823,305. Time period 1996 to 2020. Seychelles, year founded in 2008. Asia Trust Asia Limited. Asiati Trust Asia Limited. Asiati Trust is an international trust and corporate services company based in Singapore. It provides fiduciary, wealth transfer, and administrative services, and has operations throughout Asia, Central America, and the Pacific. Records 1,800,650. Time period 1996-2019. Hong Kong, the founding office location is in Hong Kong. The year was founded in 1978. CCS Trust Limited 149,378. The year time period 2001 to 2017. In Belize, founding office location 2005. CIL Trust International 459,476. The year time period 1996 to 2019. In Belize, 1994 the year it was founded. Commerce Overseas Limited 8,661 records. Well, this is the lowest yet. Time period 2004 to 2017. British Virgin Islands. Year founded 1992. Dimitrios Ademeritrad LLC 469,184. The year time period 1993-2021. The year of its founding. This is the oldest yet. 1966 in Cyprus, the island of Cyprus. Fidelity Corporate Services Limited, 213,733, time period 1,990, 1998 to 2019. British Virgin Islands is the founding office location. The year founded 2005. Glenn D. Joffrey and Company Limited, LLP, 189,907. The time period 1980 to 2019. Founding office location, Belize. Again, Belize, the third time Belize comes. Belize. In the year founded 2003. Li Xin, 1 million. This is another big number. Because this is the third one that has in the million yet. 1,575,840. The time period from 1996 to 2020. Founding office location in Hong Kong. The year it was founded 2004. Overseas Management Company Incorporated, 190,477 records. The numbers are the records. Time period 1997 to 2020. Founding office location in Panama. The year founded, this is the oldest. This will be the oldest in the list and the oldest now, and from what I can see, it is the oldest in the list. In 1961. 1961. Year founded in Panama in 1961. Overseas Management Company Incorporated. SFM Corporate Services, 191,623. Time period 2000 to 2019. Founding office location. Oh, this is the first one and only one that has two founding office locations. One in Switzerland and one in the United Arab Emirates. And the year it was founded, 2006, which, oh no, the first one, 2007, was the most recent, and the oldest in 1961. So the year of, this is 2006. And the last one, Trident Trust Company Limited, records is 3 million. This is the biggest number of records. The fourth one on the list, which is in the million, and this was the biggest by far. How many records? 3,375,331. The time period spans from 1970 to 2019. And the founding office location is in the British Virgin Islands in 1986. So what I've just read is the data source of the 14 offshore service providers that help clients establish companies in secrecy. The jurisdiction. So we went from time periods from 1970 to 2020, which is about 40 years, more or less the month depending, and 1970 to 2020. The founding locations, we had 3 in Belize, 3 in also British Virgin Islands, also 3, and Seychelles 2, Panama 2, Hong Kong 2, Cyprus 1, Switzerland and United Arab Emirates, the other ones. And the year of foundation, the oldest one of these providers, offshore service providers, the year of its foundation, the oldest one is from 1961, and the newest one of the year that was founded, 2007. Let's work out some more. Algokal Law Firm. An ACIJ report focused on the Panamanian law firm of Alaman Cordero, Galindo, and Leon Algokal, saying it was the law firm of the Latin American elite. An ICIG report focused on the Panamanian law firm of Alemán Cordero and Gordon Lee, which I've just read about, founded in 1985, saying it was the law firm of the Latin American elite, having created at least 14,000 shell companies and trusts in tax havens. Algokal was thus mentioned more than any other offshore provider in the leaked documents. This is 42. 42. When Latin America's elite wanted to hide their wealth, they turned to this Panamanian firm. Retrieved 3rd of October 2021. When Latin America's elite wanted to do the ICG retrieved. Note 42. Note 42. Algokal Law Firm. An ICIJ report focused on the Panamanian law firm of Alaman Cordero, Galindo, and Lee, or Algokal, saying it was the law firm of the American elite, having created at least 14,000 shell companies and trusts in tax havens. A tax haven is a jurisdiction with very low effective rates of taxation of foreign investors. In some traditional definitions, a tax haven also offers financial secrecy. However, while countries with high levels of secrecy, well, also high levels of taxation, most notably the United States and Germany, participating media outlets. And we're gonna learn some about media outlets so we work out a little bit more. I'm sure there's names here which some was aware of, others was not aware of, some more or less between the body and the mind. The following media organizations worked on the investigation. Shell Fergus retrieved October 4, 2021 about the Pandora Papers. Balkan Insight is a website of the Balkan Investigating Reporting Network, BIRN, that focuses on news, analysis, commentary, and investigative reporting from Southeast Europe. Balkan, Tuala, Algeria, La Nación, Argentina, El Diario Argentina, Infobae Argentina, Hectic, online newspaper published in Yerevan, NGO, first appeared in 2001, is a Armenian language. Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Australia's national broadcaster, Australian Financial Review, also in Australia, Austrian, in the country of Austria, Austrian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, Profil, Profil, also in Austria, a joint one, Belsat, Polish free-to-air satellite television channel aimed at Belarus. The Chid is a Belgian newspaper. Knack, Belgian as well. Le Soir, Belgian as well. Then Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP. Eastern Europe, the Caucasus, Central Asia, and Central America. Inc. Center for Investigative Journalists, ICIJ. And that is no information there. The flag, I think it's a country in Africa. Agência Pública from Brazil. Metropolis from Brazil. Poder 360 from Brazil. Revista Pel from Brazil. Bureau for Investigative Reporting and Data, and that's Bulgaria. L'Economiste du Faso, Burkina Faso in Africa. VOD in flag looks like Bhutan. The Museba Project in Cameroon. CBC Radio Canada in Canada. My country, Toronto Star, Canada. Cyper Chile in Chile. Fundica Periodista Labad in Chile. Conectas in Ecuador. In Colombia, sorry, my bad. Colombia. El Spectator also in Colombia. National Magazine Comores in the islands of Comores. Central Latin America de Investiga Periodista in Costa Rica and in Colombia. Costa Rica Noticia, Channel 13. Eburnia Today, it's in Ivory Coast. L'Elephant de Chêne, Ivory Coast. Proyecto Inventario in Cuba. Czech Center for Investigative Journalism in Czech Republic. Berlingse in Danish in Copenhagen. Danish Broadcasting Corporation in Danish, Denmark. Politiken also in Denmark, the country of Denmark. Wow, this one's founded in 1884. Noticias Sin, that's in the Dominican Republic. Diario Al Universo in Ecuador, Latin America. Mada Masr. Masr is an Arabic word meaning Egypt, the country of Egypt. This Mada Masr is in fact Egyptian. El Faro, online digital newspaper claims to be the first exclusively digital newspaper in Latin America, and this one is in El Salvador. Diario Rombe, Esti Praves, Estonian, Finnish Broadcasting Company, Le Monde, France and Cameroon, Premier League in France. And then we have the other one. Let's work out a little bit. Radio France in France, IFACT in Georgia, Norddeutscher Deutscher Rundfunk in Germany, Süddeutsche Zeitung in Germany, and Westdeutscher Rundfunk is a German public broadcasting institution. So those three in Germany. Ghana, Business News in Africa, Ghana. Zami Reports also in Ghana. Playa Publica, I'm assuming from the flag that it's Honduras. Contra Corriente, Nicaragua. Stand News that's the flag of Hong Kong. Yeah, it's Hong Kong. Direct 36. Have no link. According to the flag could be Hungarian, Magyar. Reykjavik Media. The flag is undoubtedly Sweden. Stundik. Actually, it's close, but it's Iceland. It's Icelandic. Iceland. The Indian Express in India. Tempo in Indonesia. Indonesia. Shomrim in Israel. L'Espresso in Italy. The Asahi Shimbun in Japan. Kyoto News in Japan. Then you have several Arab reporters for investigative journalists from Syria, Iraq, Lebanon. I think that's the Egyptian flag. Could be Sudan, and, United Arab Emirates. Africa Uncensored. The elephant looks like it's the flag of Swaziland. Rebaltica, Latvian based. Daraj Media, Pan Arab News Platform in Lebanon based. Daily Observer newspaper in the Monrovia. Monrovia is, of course, Liberia, in Liberian. Front page Africa is also Liberia. Africa Report. Not sure the flag of that one is, and there's no link, so. Siena, it, Reporter, Nation Publications Limited, platform for investigative journalism. Malaksani is a Malay from Malaysia, the country. A Malian network of investigative journalists from the Mali. Times of Malta. Times of Malta. Malta. L'Express. Proceso, Mexico. From Mexico, that way. Quinto Elemento Lab, also the Mexican flag, so Mexico, MANS, M-A-N-S. Oh no, there's no link. Flag, Le Desk, Morocco. The Namibian, from Namibia. Center for Investigative Journalism in Nepal, the country of Nepal. Also Katimpur Daily from Nepal. Het Financiële Dagblad, it's a Dutch is Holland, of course. Then Platform Investico, also Dutch. Then Trove, also Dutch, so 3 from Holland. New Zealand Media and Entertainment. TVNZ, Television New Zealand. Confidential. Also looks like Sovereign, the other one L'Evénement. Not sure. The third and last row after we work out the body. Premium Times. Premium Times is a Nigerian online newspaper. Nigeria. Aftenposten, Norway's largest printed newspaper by circulation. E24 Nice, also Norwegian, country of Norway. The News International is published broadside size, is one of the largest English newspaper in Pakistan. Grupo ABC Color is a major Paraguayan newspaper with offices in the city of Asuncion. Paraguay is a country neighboring Chile, Brazil, and of course Uruguay and Paraguay are neighbors that way. Convoca, I'm pretty sure, is the flag of Peru, and there's a similar flag below. IDL Reporteros, yeah, online newspaper based in Lima, Peru. Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism in the Philippines. Rappler, also in the Philippines. Gazeta Wyborcza is a Polish Poland. Expresso is the flagship publication of the Group Impresa and is published weekly in Lisbon, Portugal. Centro de Periodismo Investigativo, and I'm pretty sure that is the flag of Puerto Rico. It doesn't have a link to more information about it. However, it is Puerto Rico, pretty sure. Centro de Periodismo Investigativo. Doesn't have a link, so I have no information further about it, but the flag, I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Rico. Blue, white, and red, with a star, white star, and the stripes, red and white stars. And then we have two flags which are kind of similar looking together. Let's see. Oh, there's something. Rise. R-I-S-E. Rise. Rise. R-I-S-E, as in going up, ascending, and mounting. Rise. To rise, the verb is to rise, rising. Or maybe not. R-I-S-E. Moldova. Moldova is an independent, non-governmental, and non-profit organization consisting of investigative journalists, programmers, and activists from Moldova and Romania. Important stories below. Russia. Are you Russia? And then below, Impact SN. Senegal, that's the flag, I recognize it. And SN stands for Senegal in Africa. Krik, K-R-I-K, Krik. That looks like Slovenia or Slovakia, from Czechoslovakia. And the other ones, Ostro, could be Latvia or Slovenia, Ostro. Below, Ama Bungani Center for Investigative Journalism is in South Africa. Carte Blanche, South Africa again. Korea, Newsta, Newstapa, Newstapa, Newstapa. I like that name, Newstapa. El País is a Spanish and also is a Mexican flag. La Sexta, Spanish, free to air. Spotify. Spotify is a Swedish audio streaming and media service provider founded on 23rd of April 2006 by Martin Lorenzo. It's the world's largest music streaming service providers with over 381 million monthly active users, including 172 million paying subscribers. Spotify, yes. I'm learning, see? Spotify, did not really know, I'm gonna admit it was Swedish, and I thought it was recently founded a few years ago, but 2006, I thought it was like 2015, 2010 latest. I wouldn't have said before 2010, no. We assume much. Should ask more questions, discern more. So many things I don't know. I'm learning now. Sveriges Television AB, shortened for SVT, is a Swedish national public television broadcaster funded by a public service tax on personal income set by the Riksdag prior to 2019. It was funded by television license. tame media. And from what I do know, that is Switzerland. There's no link, cannot click on it, but it's red and white and has that little cross in the middle, so pretty sure it's Switzerland. Switzerland, the country in Europe. Jamil Media, no link. By the flag, Tanzania maybe. Isra News Agency, no link, maybe an African country. And then Deceive le Citoyen la Lettre Agricole, that looks like Uganda, Ugandan flag. Flambeau des Démocrates, again the same flag, possibly Uganda. L'Union pour la Patrie, again the same flag, possibly Uganda. And the fourth, wow, Quotidien Liberté, possibly Uganda. Intifada, and a flag that looks like, I'm not sure. Deutsche Welle has a Turkish flag and the German flag. So Turkey and Germany. Oh no, then you got Uganda below. NMG Uganda. So I mistook it, I did a mistake. It is somewhat similarity to the flag of Uganda, but the ones above, which I've read the French names, Flambeau des Démocrates, l'Union pour la Patrie, Union for, translated as Union for the motherland, I guess, or fatherland, patrie. Quotidien Liberté, Liberty Quotidien. Pretty sure it's a country in Africa, but it's not Uganda, no. Slivsko Info, Ukraine. BBC, not porn, but British Broadcasting Corporation. BBC is the national broadcaster of the United Kingdom. I'm on the porn diet. Been on the porn diet last week. I take porn diets. Yes, I do watch a little bit of porn and fantasize. Sexuality for my allies, armies, free love. Sexuality, pleasure, bodies, temple for purpose and pleasure. Finance uncovered. And you got the British flag, and you got the I think it's an African country. Looks like Swaziland. Probably Swaziland. So you got BBC and you got Finance Uncovered. That's both British and an African country. Finance Uncovered. Then you got British, again, Private Eye. British fortnightly satirical, founded in 1961. So it actually seems like an interesting one to read from Britain. So you got 4 from Britain. BBC, not in the pornography, but it's in the British Broadcasting Corporation. Finance Uncovered, Private Eye, British fortnightly satirical. And then you got Britain, Australia, and United States, The Guardian together. And then you got El Nuevo Herald in the United States, Florida, Frontline, PBS. Frontline is an investigative documentary program distributed by the Public Broadcasting Service, PBS. McClatchy Company, Miami Herald, The Washington Post, Univision, Mexico and the United States joint, American Spanish language free-to-air television, Semanario Busqueda, Uruguayan, from Uruguay, next to Paraguay, Chile, and Brazil. Uruguayan weekly newspaper since 1972. Armando Info is a Venezuelan investigative journalism. And the last one, Macande Center for Investigative Journalism. There you go. So a lot of different ones in the Pandora Papers, and we're gonna work out the body now again. Oh, reactions. Well, reactions. See also Cyprus Papers, Swiss. Vincent Files, Offshore Leaks. Paradise Papers. Paradise Papers are a set of over 13.4 million confidential electronic documents made public on 5th of November 2017. Panama Papers. Panama Papers, 11.5 million leaked documents on April 3rd, 2016. So the Paradise Papers came after, and now it's the Pandora Papers. So you got 3 papers in the past 5 years. Panama Papers first, Paradise Papers after, and now this month, 3 weeks ago, Pandora Papers ongoing. Reactions, of course. A lot of people deny it. A lot of people don't admit a lot of things. Everybody deserves second, third chances depending on, of course, the crime, the transgressions. Then we're gonna have some justice with the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire's armies, Dancing Goddess and Dragon. It will be for the greater good, for the greater good, for the greater good, and for the children, and can secure food, housing, and transport, and encourage all volunteers to work out, exercise, do community work, clean, public and hygiene, and can have a breaking the impasse and a new world order of world peace, international justice, global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. So now we're gonna go from Pandora Papers to NATO, since, of course, yours truly, is calling on NATO and mobilizing first 1% of NATO member population and then all willingly loving allies, but Canada part of NATO, calling Israel to be the 31st member of NATO. It's 1:26 a.m. EST in Hawk Island, perhaps by 3 a.m. Let's see what's the time in Jerusalem. 1:27. 8:27 a.m. in the morning. So in Cairo it's 7:27. So morning sun is rising over the city of the pyramids in Jerusalem and the Middle East, Europe, Africa. It's already midday in Asia. Let's work out some more. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. NATO, also called North Atlantic Alliance, is an intergovernmental military alliance between 28 European countries and 2 North American countries. My own Canada, one where I was born twice in past lives, Dawei, United States of America, 718 miles south of Hawk Island, Montreal, 156 years ago, served in the US Army in a past life. The organization implements the North Atlantic Treaty that was signed on 4th of April 1949. Going on to sign a new pact, alliance, compact for a new world order of world peace, international justice, and global freedom, to secure and ensure global freedom and attain harmony between civilization and nature. International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragan Army, integrated with all existing public and private security forces at all levels. And when we do this, we'll be ready to meet if the pandemic mutates for the next pandemic in future generations and have a world of peace and look towards the stars together. NATO consists of a system of collective security whereby its independent member states agree to mutual defense in response to an attack by any external party. NATO headquarters are located in Brussels, Belgium, with the headquarters of Allied Command Operations near Mons, Belgium. Since its founding, the admission of new member states has increased the alliance from the original 12 countries to 30 countries. The most recent member state to be added to NATO was North Macedonia on 27th of March 2020. NATO currently recognizes Bosnia, Herzegovina, Georgia, and Ukraine as aspiring members. An additional 20 countries participate in NATO's Partnership for Peace, PFP. Partnership for Peace is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization program aimed at creating trust between NATO and other states in Europe and the former Soviet Union. 20 states are members. It was first discussed by Bulgarian Society Novae, with 15 other countries involved in institutionalized dialogue programs. The combined military spending of all NATO members in 2020 constituted over 57% of the global nominal total. This is a list of countries by military expenditure. Members agreed that their aim is to reach or maintain the target defense spending of at least 2% of their GDP by 2024, and for securing and ensuring freedom. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, military alliance. So the current members are Albania, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Montenegro, Netherlands, North Macedonia, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States. Those are the 30 member currently nations, states that are members, calling Israel to be the 31st, and then for Latin America and Europe, Eastern Europe, former Soviet republics, Africa, Middle East, and extending the hand for world peace from the east to the west, north and south, international citizen integrated social security force. Yours truly, Dragan Zero. Tell the leaders of the free world Dragan Zero's message. Drop down and give Dragan Zero 13 push-ups with love and for the sake of world peace. The fall of the Berlin Wall in November 9, 1989 marked a turning point in NATO's role in Europe, and a section of the wall is now displayed outside NATO headquarters. I'm learning today. I didn't know that a piece of the wall interestingly has mostly visibly on it the colors providentially are red paint and green paint, the most visible colors. Shades of red and shades of green. This is providence. The official colors of the dancing goddess army is green and the dragon army is red, and Phoenix People's Party is, of course, a rainbow. And there's no anthem of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Empire. There will be music fused, rock, classic, rap, fused, techno, trance. But there's no lyrics, but the noise, the voice, and the sounds of children playing, laughing, and loving will be the anthem of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Empire. Children laughing, children playing, children loving, and young children, kids, adolescents, laughing, loving, and playing, and even but mostly children. So children laughing and playing will be the anthem of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Empire and the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism, pro-love, universal revolutionary centrist party. So piece of this wall, providentially, from 1989. I'm gonna take a picture of it. It's a hand. Oh, that's what it is now that I enlarge it. So it's green, shades of green. This is Providence. Shades of green. Official color of the dancing goddess army, which is complementary in the covenant cooperative way with the dragon army, of which the color is red. Most look like, and there's some black there. Some, well, the wall is kind of gray, not gray, but beige. This look like the face of a priestess, I would say, of a priestess, maybe the face of a goddess, but the goddess dances with the birth of the sun, so in the high heavens. Providentially, on this piece of the Berlin Wall, which came down 1989, November 9, and it's at NATO headquarters. A piece of it, the most colors that are visible are the official colors of the Dancing Goddess Army and the Dragan Army complementary. Red and green. Finance world peace. Tax the banks. Together we win. And the fourth dimension, LOVE. Berlin Wall at NATO headquarters, the most visible and the color that it's most influential, the colors together dual, half. Most visible, the main colors used on the wall, on this piece of section of the wall that is displayed outside of NATO headquarters in Brussels, is red, and there's three hands, like green, almost artistic. This is hands. I didn't know I had to zoom in, so it's actually the hands. The hands, three hands in red paint. 1, 2, yeah, three hands. And then there's shades of green, almost like lotus or lilies or flowers. Or workout. List of largest banks in the world as measured by total assets. Top 25. At number 1 is the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, with in US billions, so that would be 4,614 billion. The second place, wow. Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, number 1. China Construction Bank at number 2, 4,354,000 billion. And number 3, China again. Agricultural Bank of China, 4,214 billion again. Wow. And number 4, again, Bank of China, 4,073 billion. Wow. They are state-owned commercial banks. People's Republic of China. Then number 5, JP Morgan Chase, 3,684 million. HSBC, number 6. HSBC Holdings is a British multinational investment bank and financial services holding company. This is the second largest bank in Europe. Number 6, 2,984. Number 7, Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group is a Japanese bank holding and financial services company headquarters in Kyoto, Tokyo. Number 8, Bank of America. Bank of America Corporation is an American multinational investment bank and financial services holding company headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 9, BNP Paribas, French, 2,398. Number 10, Crédit Agricole, also France. Number 11, Japan Post Bank, number 1,984,000 billion. Number 12, SMBC Group, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation Group, The Japanese multinational banking and financial services institution headquarters in Yuka, Tokyo. Number 13, Citigroup at 1,951,000 billion in assets in 2020. Just 2020, 2020. Still hasn't changed that much, unless a stock market crash began in now. The stock markets in Asia and turmoil, financial contagion is spreading now and will change in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead very radically. It hasn't changed much. Wells Fargo, number 14, 1,927,000 million. Number 15, Mizuho Financial Group, 1,874,000 million. Number 16, Banco Santander in Spain, 1,702,000 million. Number 17, Société Générale, Société is a French multinational investment bank, 1,522 thousands of billion. Billion is numbers. The thousands that I'm saying are in thousands of billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. So you have trillions. It's actually in trillions. It's 1 trillion, right? Barclays PLC is a British multinational universal bank headquartered in London. 1,510,000 billion. So it's basically 1.5 trillion. Group BPC, French banking group. Postal Savings Bank of China, 1,467 billion. Deutsche Bank at number 21. Deutsche Bank actually is a German multinational investment bank, financial services company. At number 22, Bank of Communications is the fifth largest bank in mainland China, 1,422 billion. Goldman Sachs, number 23 at 1,200,000 billion. There's my bank, our one and only bank with the lion holding a globe, the world, the earth, planet, I guess. Or the sun. No, it doesn't look like the sun. It looks more like planet Earth than the sun. At number 24, RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, is a Canadian multinational. How much in assets? 1,116,000 billion, so 1.1 trillion. Number 25th, Lloyd's Bank Group, 1,104 billion in assets. Toronto Dominion Bank, TD, is number 26 in the world, so in the top 32 Canadian banks already. Wow. 1,102,000 billion. 27, China Merchants Banks, 1,065. Intesa Sao Paulo, Italian International Banking Group, 1,057. Noruchin Bank, again Japan, Cooperative Bank, 1,011 billion. ING Group, Dutch multinational, 1,000. Industrial Bank, again in China, 976. So now it's dropped below 1,000.